Hello everyone. I wanted to show you a cool solution that we found to a unique problem that we were having where we needed to grab all of the extensions that all of our users were using in Edge on a group of Intune managed computers. And Intune really just didn't have the tool set to allow us to do this natively, so we went back to PowerShell and created a script to run against all of our computers, which we could do through Intune. And we then took that data and fed it back to a centralized dataset using a Power BI streaming dataset. So, looking at the script here, we'll start at the top. We start out by grabbing the computer name and then setting an Edge extension API, which is an endpoint used to grab data about an extension using the ID of that extension. And we're using that to get the actual name of the extension, which will help us to identify what that extension is and not just have the ID. So then coming down and setting the actual Power BI streaming dataset API, we're going to hop over to Power BI and create that. So you will need a free Fabric license to be able to do this. And you'll come to My Workspace, come to New, and create a streaming dataset. Select API, give that dataset a name, and create some fields. And all of these are text, but you can choose number and date and time as well. And then you are going to want to make sure that you turn historic data analysis on and create that. And that historic data analysis is just going to let you come back and get the data later and not have it be something that hits once and then is gone. So right here we have the URL, the endpoint for this API. So we'll copy that, come back to our script and paste that in here. And then coming down to the next part, we're gonna grab all the extensions from the default Edge profile, and then we're gonna loop through each of those extensions, grab the extension ID, and send that to the Edge extension endpoint to get the actual name of that extension. And then we'll create a payload with that name, the ID, and our computer name so that we can tell where that extension came from. And we'll send that off to our Power BI dataset. And then coming down here, we did see that there were often multiple profiles on a computer since it was something we weren't limiting. So there could be 2, 3, potentially even 10 different profiles. So we wanted a way to grab all the extensions on all the profiles to make sure we were covering all of the different possibilities there. So we grabbed each of the profiles and then loop through the profiles and grab each of the extensions from those profiles and do the same thing as above. Grab the ID, send it to the endpoint to get the name, create a payload, and send that back to our Power BI dataset. So we're going to run this here. You can see here we did get a 404 not found error. This is most likely because one of the profiles didn't have any extensions, so it sent a blank extension ID to that API and nothing was returned. We couldn't find that extension ID. So let's go back over to our data set and we can look at that data. So under My Workspace, we'll have your extension, Edge extensions, semantic model that we just created, the 3 dots, and create report. Try that again. And then we will come over to our data, select all three, drag this out, and you can see it's my computer, the ID of all of those extensions, and the name of those extensions. And if we push this through Intune's PowerShell script tool, we can send this to all of our managed computers, and it will run, and all of the computers will send all of the extensions used, no matter what profile, back to our data set here. And at that point, we have a data set to work with to see if we want to allow these extensions or block these extensions. So just a cool tool. I didn't see any similar solutions like this online, so I just wanted to post this out there because I'm sure someone else will have this problem in the future. You can find this script on my GitHub page, link below in the description, and go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see similar content in the future.